Prologue. Max always hated working the night shift. As a security guard in a small office building, he was used to the silence, the long hours, and the eerie feeling that the place wasn't as empty as it seemed. But this night was different. At exactly 3:07 a.m., the old rotary phone at an abandoned desk started ringing. The problem? That phone had been disconnected years ago. Hesitantly, Max picked up the receiver. "Help me," whispered a trembling voice. Static crackled through the line, and then silence. Max's hands trembled as he placed the phone back down. Was this some kind of prank? Or had he just answered a call from the other side? The beginning of the mystery. The next morning, Max mentioned the incident to his colleague, an older security guard named Greg. The moment Greg heard about the ringing phone, his face paled. "You picked it up?" he asked in a hushed tone. Max nodded. "Yeah." "Why?" Greg sighed and leaned in closer. "That phone hasn't worked for years, not since the accident. There was a woman who used to work here, a secretary. She disappeared one night without a trace. They searched for days, but no one could find her. Then, a week later, they discovered her body in the basement." Max felt a chill crawl up his spine. "The weird thing is," Greg continued, "after they found her, that phone in her office, it never rang again, until now." Unraveling the truth that night, Max couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The building was unusually cold. Shadows seemed darker than usual. The silence felt heavy. Then, at exactly 3:07 a.m., the phone rang again. This time, Max hesitated. His pulse pounded in his ears as he reached for the receiver. "Please, help me. I'm in the basement." The line went dead. Max's breath caught in his throat. He turned slowly to look at the security monitors. A single camera, the one positioned at the basement entrance, flickered with static. The descent into darkness. Max knew he should ignore it, pretend it never happened, but something inside him, curiosity, fear, or perhaps something deeper, forced him to move. He grabbed his flashlight and made his way toward the basement. The door creaked open, revealing a staircase that plunged into darkness. The air smelled of dust and something else, something old. Step by step, he descended. The further he went, the heavier the silence became. He could hear his own breathing, shallow and uneven. Then he saw it. A phone, an old rotary phone covered in dust, sitting on the floor in the middle of the basement, and next to it, a mirror. The horrifying revelation. Max stepped closer. The phone was unplugged. There was no way it could have rung. Then he looked at the mirror. His reflection stared back at him, but something was wrong. The room behind him in the reflection looked different, darker. And then a figure appeared. A woman. She stood just behind him, her face pale, eyes hollow, lips moving soundlessly. Then, in a voice that sent ice through his veins, she whispered, "You answered the call. Now you're trapped here too." Max spun around, heart hammering against his ribs. But the basement was empty. He looked back at the mirror. His reflection was gone. Instead, he saw the woman's face, staring back at him, a cold smile curling her lips. The rotary phone began to ring again. The end. If you enjoyed this chilling story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new scary tale. Share this video with your friends. The more viewers, the more dark mysteries we can uncover. Thanks for watching, and beware of calls from the other side.